She's just an ordinary girl. Lost in an extraordinary world. Going through life, killing herself, trying to be what everyone else wants her to be. But who does she want to be? See, now her mum and dad expect a master's degree and a PhD. Her culture expects her to be a respectful young lady with housewife qualities, to obey men, do as you're told, and don't dare ever speak out of turn. Her religious community expects her to be covered up at all times, to be modest and as imperfect beings, to never be hypocritical. Her social crowd expects her to be rebellious just because, but I ask again, who does she want to be? See, she didn't fit in anywhere. No matter how hard she worked, no matter how hard she tried. She was always seeking for love in the wrong places and falling into the hands of people that would belittle her, destroy her, and control her. Clearly knowing in her mind that this was not real love, but to her, this was the next best thing. Just grab what you can. After all, beggars can't be choosers. Inside, she was alone. She was exhausted, depressed, scared, anxious, experiencing panic attacks. She was suicidal, weak, torn, and misunderstood. But see, she was the firstborn woman in an African family. She had to set an example in her sisterhood, people would say. She's smiling. She's always so happy. I never see her cry. This girl is so brave. She's always taken on everyone else's problems. She hasn't got any of her own. Superwoman, right? But nobody sees this ordinary girl's struggle. Fighting fear every second of every day. Loud, deafening thoughts that disconnect her with reality. The constant battle to hold herself up and keep herself together when she's around people. Being three people at one time, the back and forth arguments in her mind with who she thinks she is, who she thinks she should be, and the anxious her that destroys her whole world. She was ready to take her own life. But then one day, it all changed. She started to see her life what it really is. Through belief, trust, faith, consistent prayer, patience, action, meditation, love and effort. God answered her prayers. He removed the seal from her eyes and she began to see what was real. She began to see that she has a loving family that supports her through everything. Caring friends that have been there from day one, no matter how much she's pushed them away. Alhamdulillah. A man, a great man, patient enough to stand by her in all her issues that no other man has. A God-fearing man that not only uplifts her spirit and sees her true beauty, but pushes her towards her worship, towards Allah Azza wa Jal, subhanallah. She realized that she doesn't have to meet her parents' expectations, or her culture, or her religious community, or her peers. She realized that she is a leader for herself. She found herself, and now she knows. Now she knows her worth, and now she sees her beauty. The beauty in her milk chocolate skin, in her Afro kinky hair, and her crooked smile, in her loud laugh and her petite body frame. She sees the perfection in her obsession to love and to be loved. The perfection in her obsession to show affection and to be shown affection. After all, this is her. And God doesn't make mistakes. And they ask her, how do you know? How do you know all of this? Because she is me.